So, come on, pup. You'll help me find your master. It was hard work to get you here. I thought of taking a leash before, but it doesn't matter now. Go, boy. Find your master. Oh, come on, boy. Don't disappoint me. Show me what you can do. Good dog. Quick, follow him. It seems he has discovered something. The lead I was following on Sir William ends in the canal. My God, I hope nobody threw him in there. What's this? I almost overlooked it. Without that dog, I'd never have noticed it. I'm not going to crawl through the filth, but Carter surely won't mind. Carter, find some men and search the canal.
How big of an area, sir?
Go upstream and keep your eyes open. The water might have carried the body quite far.
Sir, are you saying that you think someone threw Sir William's body into the canal?
It's possible. I need you to check it for me.
Yes, sir.
When I see them together, they seem to be identical. But such an examination isn't enough. It holds firmly, hopefully. It's pretty heavy. Who knows what's inside? And what's this? I don't know. I probably expected too much. Newspaper cuttings, plenty of notes, like this one. A worker murdered in the shipyard. Mad William targets another victim. Locklear's note, a false scent. He didn't write why. He must have been collecting this stuff for years. Pity he couldn't finish his work. Yet when I need solid information, this may be a good source. I think Locklear didn't exclude the family doctor. Is there something about him? Here it is, a newspaper article. Family doctor James Stewart keeps dark secret. Locklear's note, call to questioning, extension line 112. Well...
A detective. You'll like this. This came for you. An autopsy report. Do you want me to leave it in your office, sir?
No, thank you. I'll take it right away. Identical samples. But that means that whoever was bitten by the gravedigger's dog was able to get away and must have fled via the canal. It would be helpful to know where he had his clothes made. If it was Sir William, I'd have to find his tailor. I hope it won't be too difficult. What about the tailor's workshop? Yes, here it is. The workshop on Wilson Street. Only expensive items. So let's have a look there. Cause of death of Mr. Talbot, the gravedigger. He bled to death from the wound on his neck. It was probably caused by the grasp of sharp claws. The wound is of irregular shape, definitely not caused by an edged tool. No traces of bite either. I don't believe it was done by an animal. Such a wound could be easily faked. Detective Sergeant Briscoe, I need to talk to Dr. Stewart, please. Extension line 112. Yes, right now, if it's possible. Thank you. Good day, Mrs. Stewart. Detective Inspector Briscoe speaking. I'm afraid I can't understand you. I need to talk to your husband. It's urgent. Missing? For how long? I see. Have you reported it to the police? No, unfortunately, I'm working on another case. I had hoped your husband could help me explain several details concerning Sir William. Please, calm down. The body wasn't found. I mean, you have no reason to think that. You should stay at home. Maybe he will return. Please, if he does, tell him to call me as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Try not to think about that. I'll inform you of anything we discover. Sir William's personal doctor disappeared. He probably wanted to keep out of the journalist's sight. That makes sense. But I'm sure he wouldn't leave his wife behind. Something is going on, and I have a bad feeling about it. Strange. Somebody threw away today's newspaper with the article about the disappearance of Sir William's body. I bet this somebody is now standing at the fountain trying to calm down. Excuse me, is this Wilson Street? I'm looking for a tailor's shop on Wilson Street.
You are standing right in it, sir.
Briscoe. Detective Briscoe.
Ah, how can I help you, sir?
Forgive me, but you look as though you've seen Death himself.
No. Why? Not at all. I'm just in the shop all day long. Just needed a break, that's all.
I can understand that. A man needs to relax.
Exactly.
To sit down for a while, put one's feet up.
Yes, yes.
Have a cigarette and maybe read the papers.
Yes. Everybody has that right. Do you want to arrest me for having a break?
No, of course not.
So would you do me a favor and don't ask me such rubbish?
I found your papers. Do you always throw them out like this?
Is that a crime?
No, but I think the article about Sir William scared you.
Are you surprised? Well, I'll tell you something. This morning, I found the shop door open. Nothing was missing, so I forgot it. But then I read the article and put two and two together. You get it?
Do you think it was Sir William? Why would he bother? He's dead.
I'm not so sure.
Perhaps you just forgot to lock the door.
No. I locked myself out once, so since then I always have a spare key. I can tell you because you are from the police. I have a nice hiding place by the fountain, see? Nobody has touched that key.
It doesn't prove anything. Someone might have found the hiding place.
Out of the question. Like I said, it must have been him. So I don't feel like laughing at all.
I can call my people in here if you want.
No. Don't worry about it. You already have enough trouble.
The man is hiding something. He's obviously afraid of something. I bet he didn't tell me even half of what he knows. Otherwise, he'd at least consider my proposal. I'd like to show you something. Where is it? Here. Have a look at this.
Are you testing me, sir? It's Indian silk. Top quality. Very expensive.
Both samples?
You have my word.
So, is it possible they both come from one suit?
No, not from a suit. Rather from silk scarves. Now, the ladies' scarves are popular, but we are the only tailors that make them for gentlemen, too. I've already had several orders, all high society.
Can you give me names?
Of course not. Unless you ask about a specific person. Confidentiality comes first. And one more thing. You probably can't tell, but one sample has a lighter shade. Here, see? My expert eye tells me that it comes from two different pieces of cloth.
Strange. I hadn't noticed. Have you been making something for Sir William Lewis?
From the Indian silk? Certainly, but no details, you understand. Confidentiality, you know.
You can say it now, or later at the station. Your choice.
All right, all right. He was the first customer who bought the highest quality men's scarf. He was very satisfied with it. He ordered 2 more.
How do you wear such a thing?
Around your neck, of course. How you tie it is entirely up to you.
Would it be possible to pull it over your nose to cover up half of your face?
Of course, but before you ask, I have no idea how Sir William wore it.
Thank you. That should be sufficient for now. I need to time it just right. Perhaps provoke him first, then strike with the fact that Sir William was alive. This triumph is too worthy to be wasted. I've just had the canal around the cemetery searched.
What do you hope to find?
Everything seems to lead to the disappearance of Sir William, or his body in the canal.
Are you saying that someone stole his body and then threw it into the canal? But why?
Not a hard question, especially when I know how much you hated him.
Be careful, detective. I know nothing about the canal. Even if you found something, my conscience is clear.
That's rather convincing. I'm sure he knows something, but I doubt he is the murderer and ghoul. I need to time it just this try. You know, your strange piece has the opposite effect on me. I think you're quite pleased that Sir William is no longer in your way.
What? How could you say that?
I know you are absolutely against the funeral.
That's a lie!
Tell me then, why did you insist on cremating the body?
I meant well. That is the whole truth.
Tell me, what is it like to bury a mass murderer and a monster?
That is none of your business, detective. Your questions insult me.
To bury a monster against your will insulted you as well. For things did not turn out as you wished, so you found your own way to deal with the problem.
You cannot prove that.
You had the motive, the opportunity, and no alibi. I'm sorry, but I have to ask you to stay in the town.
Are you arresting me?
No, not yet, but I will return soon, and I'll be glad if I won't have to search for you then. I need to time it, this triumph.
A detective. You'll like this.
What happened, officer?
The patrol who sent for that journalist is back.
Do they have him?
They don't, unfortunately.
Well, let me know when they do.
Wouldn't his printer be enough for now? He's in custody.
It's not a bad idea. What has he done?
He's been arrested because he refused to open the door to the detective, so the journalist could escape.
What a fool. Where can I talk to him?
Go down the corridor and then turn right. If you don't mind, he's sharing the cell with another suspect. We're a bit crowded right now.
It doesn't matter. So straight ahead, then right. Thank you. Detective Briscoe, do you know a man called Nathaniel Forrest?
I should. I work for him.
I have several questions for you. If you answer them, you can go home.
Ask away.
Something simple first. Where is he?
Who?
Don't play dumb with me.
Ah, you mean Nate. Well, I have no idea.
Do you know anything at all?
I'm just a print worker, sir. What I know you can read in the papers. That's all.
Just as you like. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Sometimes I regret that the police stopped using thumbscrews. I want to know about the last issue, the leading article. Who is your source?
Detective, I'm just a print worker. I do what I'm told.
A stubborn donkey. How long have you been working for the Courier?
For several years, I guess.
So you and Mr. Forrest are friends?
Guess so.
Tell me, what sort of a man is he? He seems to be quite insane.
Oh no, he knows exactly what he's doing. Pretty smart. That's why he did what he did.
Does he really believe what he has been writing about Sir William?
I guess so.
Do you talk about it?
Yeah, but only technical details.
You're not being very helpful.
Sorry, Detective. I've told you as much as I know.
I think he's just playing with me. He takes me for a fool, but I won't swallow the bait. Maybe you know I met Mr. Forrest yesterday morning at the cemetery. He was in such a hurry that he forgot his camera.
That's nothing unusual.
Do you know what surprised me? The photographs in the papers do not match the angle of the camera position. Strange, isn't it?
So he took more shots. That's normal. It's a matter of light and so on.
No, he didn't have that much time. I'm sure he managed one shot at the most.
So what's your version of the story? If you're waiting for me to tell you, I don't know.
That's not necessary. There's only one possible explanation. He was there first, and then he put on a little show to make a fool out of me.
That's not how it went.
How did it go then? Isn't it true that the only thing that sells your papers are recent, mysterious murders? What would Mr. Forrest be capable of doing just to keep the public's attention? What about killing somebody and then framing Sir William? But when Sir William died, the Golden Age ended. He must have taken the body away to create another filthy story claiming he was still alive and murdering.
You're insane.
The gravedigger probably troubled him, so he took care of him, but he saved the best for last. The journalist must have had a trusted accomplice. He would never have done it alone. Your silence proves how faithful you are. It's clear that only you can be the accomplice. Confess. How many murders are you responsible for?
None. That's just rubbish. Oh my God, I haven't killed anybody.
It doesn't matter anymore. The prosecution will have a different opinion. Think about it. I think I hit the bullseye. He seems to be pondering something. I think this is a good sign.